Thomas's tall friend. The island of Sodor has many wonderful places to visit. Today was a special day. A new animal park was to be opened on Sodor. There were wide open spaces for the animals to live in. All the engines were very excited. Thomas puffed into Brendam Docks. He beamed from buffer to buffer.
Good morning, Percy. Good morning, Thomas. Look at my special leaves to feed the animals.
I have rosy red apples for the animals.
And I am to take the mayor and Sir Topham Hatt to open the park.
Do you have a special, Thomas? I am to take the tallest animal on Sodor up to the animal park.
Percy and Edward gasped.
What is it, Thomas?
It's a giraffe.
All the engines wheezed with wonder. They had never seen a giraffe before.
Fizzling fireboxes, Mr. Giraffe. You are very tall.
Edward, Gordon, and Percy were puzzled.
Will he blow over?
Why is he so spotty?
Does he sit down? Of course he'll sit down.
You must wait for the giraffe keeper. The giraffe will do what his keeper tells him.
But Thomas didn't want to wait for the giraffe keeper. He wanted to show the children the tallest animal on Sodor.
Don't worry, Cranky. I'm sure Mr. Giraffe will do what I tell him.
And Thomas puffed proudly out of the docks. Thomas and the giraffe huffed happily along. Children waved and whooped, and Thomas's firebox fizzed with excitement. Thomas slowed as he puffed to a low bridge.
Sit down, Mr. Giraffe.
The giraffe didn't want to sit down. He wanted to see the sights of Sodor. Thomas wheezed. Then he heard a familiar whistle. It was Gordon. He was taking the mayor and Sir Topham Hatt to the animal park.
Out of the way! Express coming through!
I can't go under the bridge with Mr. Giraffe.
This made Gordon grumpy.
You must go back to the docks for the keeper. The giraffe will do what the keeper tells him.
No, thank you, Gordon. I'm sure Mr. Giraffe will do what I tell him.
So Gordon huffed huffily away. But Thomas didn't know how to make the giraffe sit down. Thomas saw some cows. They munched merrily, then lay lazily in the sun. Edward chuffed up. An idea flew into Thomas's funnel.
Edward, can Mr. Giraffe eat some of your apples?
Why, Thomas?
Because then he will feel sleepy and lie down.
Edward was puzzled, but he wanted to help his friend Thomas.
Thank you, Edward.
The giraffe liked Edward's rosy red apples. He liked them so much, he ate and ate and ate. And he didn't sit down. Edward was upset.
Bubbling boilers! You must go back to the docks for the keeper. The giraffe will do what the keeper tells him.
No, thank you, Edward. I'm sure Mr. Giraffe will do what I tell him.
But Thomas was worried. Sir Topham Hatt and the mayor would be waiting at the animal park. Then, Percy puffed past.
Hello, Thomas. What's the matter? Mr. Giraffe won't sit down. Can he eat some of your leaves? Then he's sure to want to lie down and sleep.
Percy was happy to help his best friend Thomas. The giraffe liked Percy's leaves. He thought they were a wonderful game. Leaves flittered and floated through the air until there were none left at all.
Cinders and ashes! I only wanted you to sit down, Mr. Giraffe.
Suddenly, the giraffe did sit down, and he closed his eyes.
Mr. Giraffe's asleep, Percy. We must steam straight to the animal park.
So, Thomas and Percy clickety-clacked along the track and under the bridge to the animal park. Then there was trouble. The mayor and Sir Topham Hatt were cross. They had waited a long time for the tallest animal on Sodor. But the tallest animal on Sodor was fast asleep.
Wake up, Mr. Giraffe, please!
But the giraffe slept on.
This is a disaster, Thomas.
Thomas felt terrible. There were no rosy red apples, no juicy leaves, and no wide-awake Mr. Giraffe.
I know, sir. It is a disaster. I should have waited for the giraffe keeper. I was silly to think Mr. Giraffe would do what I told him. I'll puff my hardest to the docks and bring the keeper here.
So Thomas pumped his pistons and raced away. The giraffe keeper was at the docks.
I'm sorry to keep you waiting, sir. All aboard!
The giraffe was still asleep when Thomas puffed into the animal park.
I'm sure Mr. Giraffe will wake up now you're here, sir.
And then Thomas chuffed away. He had a lot to do. At Farmer McColl's farm, Thomas picked up more rosy red apples. And from the orchard, more juicy leaves. At last, Thomas puffed and shoved and huffed back to the animal park. Everyone was cheering and clapping Sodor's tallest animal.
Mr. Giraffe, you're awake!
The giraffe heard Thomas's toot. He stretched his long neck up, 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 and then down to Thomas's face.
Welcome to Sodor, Mr. Giraffe.